Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The city's Neighborhood Development Department recently helped with the purchase and closing of 187 houses. This comes 1 year after revamping its homebuyers down payment and closing cost assistance program, or DPA. With June being National Homeownership Month, all 187 homes were purchased by first-time homebuyers. The majority of them are moderate and workforce income buyers. 99% of the homebuyers were already Greensboro residents. The average amount of down payment assistance received has been $9,500. 9 of the homes are located in city redevelopment areas, specifically Willow Oaks and Old Ashboro. Last spring, Greensboro City Council approved raising the maximum income levels for the DPA program to include moderate income households. This has allowed more first-time homebuyers to apply and qualify for the program. DPA provides up to $10,000 in down payment assistance and closing costs as a 5-year forgivable loan at 0% interest. If buyers remain in their home for 5 years, they don't have to repay the loan. It's forgiven at 20% per year for each full year they live in the house. For more information about the city's home ownership services, visit the city's website. In other housing news, households in need of reducing home heating and cooling costs are encouraged to apply for a free weatherization program. The goal of this federally funded program, conducted by Piedmont Triad Regional Council, is to help income-eligible homeowners address health and safety issues through a host of energy efficiency measures such as insulation, weather stripping, and window caulking. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. residents can meet with a Weatherization Assistance Program representative. No appointment is necessary to speak with a rep at the Greensboro Housing Coalition, located at 1031 Summit Avenue. Program applications can be filled out and turned in during the visit. Interested residents should bring a picture ID, 12 months of electric and/or gas bills, along with income verification. The Weatherization Program is hosted by the Greensboro Housing Hub, which partners with the City of Greensboro. For more information, contact Nakia Beal, Weatherization Coordinating Specialist, at 336-904-0300. Throughout the summer months, children can enjoy free breakfast and lunch at locations across the city, including local parks, recreation centers, and schools. A total of 17 elementary, middle, and high schools will serve breakfast from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and lunch from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. from June 13th to August 13th. The following locations will also offer lunch on Mondays through Thursdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. from June 13th to August 13th. Lunch will be served at Ashley Apartments, Autumn Forest Trailer Park, Barber Park, Guilford County WIC Office, Keeley Park, McConnell Crossing, Northeast Park, and the Northland, Northwind, Summit View, and Wind Hill Court Apartments. The Summer Meals Program is a partnership between the City of Greensboro, Guilford County School Nutrition Department, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Summer Food Service Program. Support is also provided by the Community Food Task Force, Out of the Garden Project, and other agencies. Greensboro Parks and Recreation also provides free meals to children participating in its Recreation Center day camps, All-Star Sports Camp, and Counselor and Training Program to ensure children don't go hungry during the summer break. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's News for Your Health.
Probably 1 in 3 Americans, or 70 million people, has hypertension, and up to 50% of those patients are either not treated or undertreated. 1 in 5 may not even know they have the diagnosis. I'm Dr. Jay Cochrane. I'm a cardiologist. I'm the chief of the Cone Health Cardiovascular Service Line and Cone Health Medical Group Heart Care. Hypertension really is known as the silent killer, and it's because it doesn't cause a lot of symptoms. You really have to get a blood pressure check. The nice thing about that is Getting a blood pressure check and getting screened for hypertension is probably one of the easiest things we do. I mean, you can get a blood pressure checked at any primary care office, at any appointment with just about any provider, at the community health fair. So what is a normal blood pressure? Well, typically we treat people for hypertension when the blood pressure is 140/90. Although it's a little bit different, what we consider normal, based on your age and based on whether you have other conditions such as diabetes. We would begin to treat blood pressure at that level, 140/90, typically. What is normal might be more like 120/80. And in between is what we call prehypertension, where we begin to pay attention to the risk factors. Patients don't know that they have hypertension because, one, they may not see a doctor, or two, they may have been told they had high blood pressure at some point in time, but they really didn't pay much attention to it. We see those patients later on when they present with some of the problems that occur with untreated hypertension. We'd like to get to them long before that point. The problems they present with might be heart failure, kidney failure, or even strokes. And all of that is potentially treatable, preventable if they get diagnosis and treatment early. So the question is, how can we prevent or treat hypertension? At times, your physician may diagnose you with hypertension, and you may need medical management from the beginning. But in all situations, your provider should also be suggesting therapeutic lifestyle changes, or what I like to call TLC. I think the bottom line is that we need to reduce our salt intake, we need to reduce our sugar intake, we should be going for more complex carbohydrates, and for trying to avoid the foods that turn quickly into sugars. And I often tell people that's the white breads and the white rices and the white potatoes. And what's really, really important about weight loss and hypertension is that it doesn't take a lot, that we can see reduction in blood pressure from 5 to 10 pounds. And sometimes the reward for losing weight is you actually get to come down or even off of your medications. We should limit our alcohol intake. There's great discussion about the potential merits of something like red wine. The bottom line is that too much daily alcohol consumption is unhealthy for a number of reasons, and one of those is it can lead to difficult to control hypertension. It is a problem. It is a difficult addiction for a lot of people, and it is something that people should concentrate on and try to find help. Talk with your doctor about the best methods, the best resources for stopping smoking. Another therapeutic lifestyle change that's important and that's recommended for blood pressure control is to increase your activity level. And that's critical for so many different health problems. We don't exercise enough as a country. It's estimated that only about or less than 25% of adults get the recommended amount of physical exercise on a weekly basis. We should get about 150 minutes a week of a moderate level of exercise. And a moderate level of exercise is something that makes you a little flushed or a little short of breath, but not something that is so physically exerting that A, you're not enjoying it, or B, you can't do it the next day. For instance, I tell patients if you're walking with somebody, you should be walking at a brisk enough pace that you wouldn't have enough breath to sing, but you would be able to carry on a conversation. This is Dr. Jake Hochrein. Thank you for letting me join you today. I hope this information was helpful. Cone Health is committed to your wellness. For more information, please go to conehealth.com/heart.
Home ownership is becoming a reality for more Greensboro residents. If you're considering taking the plunge, the city is hosting an event to connect you with all the right resources. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Water Resources Department is providing customers with a copy of the annual Drinking Water Quality Report. It will be delivered in the mail by July 1st. The annual Drinking Water Quality Report outlines drinking water sources, testing conducted on the water, substances detected, health effects information related to violations of drinking water standards, and other information. The annual report is a performance measure of the quality of water supplied by the city against the compliance standards established by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the North Carolina Division of Water Resources. The city regularly monitors the drinking water according to federal and state regulations to ensure the production of high-quality water. The report includes the water quality lab data collected in 2018 from January 1st to December 31st. A limited number of copies can be found at various public library branches. To obtain a copy of the report, including a Spanish version, call the contact center at 336-373-CITY or visit the city's website. Homeownership in Greensboro is achievable for those thinking about buying. Assistance with financing and closing costs will be available at the city's Homebuyers Fair, hosted by the Neighborhood Development Department. The event is designed to provide referrals and answers to common questions about buying a home. This free event is floating, open from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday, June 27th at Barber Park Event Center. The first 50 people to attend will receive a raffle ticket for a Stanley 167-piece home repair toolkit. 5 information sessions will take place, and 20 local vendors will be on hand to supply information about everything from housing availability and working with a realtor to identifying financial assistance and calculating closing costs. The Homebuyer Fair will kick off with remarks from City Council member Sharon Hightower and Stan Wilson, Director of the Neighborhood Development Department. To review the full agenda and list of participating vendors, visit the city's website. The Barber Park Event Center is located at 1502 Barber Park Drive. The city's popular free summer playground program, Energy at the Park, will be available in 8 neighborhoods. Beginning June 24th through August 8th, the program will operate Mondays through Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This year, Energy at the Park has expanded to add a new location at Rosewood Park. Rising first graders through 15-year-olds are invited to take part in supervised sports, games, crafts, and free lunch. Parents and guardians can register their children at any participating playground. Program supervisors are CPR and first aid certified. Energy at the Park will take place at each of the following parks throughout the city. The program will not be offered on July 4th and may be canceled due to severe rain or extreme heat. For more information, visit the city's website or contact Mel Melton at 336-373-7502. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on Chad Husky and his gourmet popcorn empire. Chad Husky's road to food entrepreneurship started with ambitions to be a professional musician, then took a sharp turn away from the family furniture distribution business and nearly ended in a career in information technology. But Chad went soul-searching when he realized he was tired of solving other people's problems all the time. That's when he landed on gourmet popcorn. Undeterred by his lack of experience in the food industry, Chad started making batches in a kitchenette in a building that housed his father's furniture showroom. Chad's Carolina corn recipes range from savory to sweet. The business grew faster than Chad had hoped. By chance, he met the owner of Carolina Fine Snacks, a Greensboro-based snack food manufacturer who was able to provide some much-needed advice on turning the business into a full professional operation. Chad's popcorn is sold across the South and Western U.S. Locally, it's available at Best Way, Whole Foods, Lowe's Foods, and at PTI Airport gift shops. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. The city's executive leadership team has a whole new lineup. Coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to one of the new assistant city managers. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. There are a few new faces in the city manager's office as internal promotions have resulted in a change to the executive leadership team. Joining me now to tell us about the objectives outlined in his new role is Trey Davis. He is the Assistant City Manager of Public Safety. Hello, Trey. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
And congratulations on your promotion to Assistant City Manager.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Tell me about your tenure as a city employee and how that led to your role as Assistant City Manager.
So I started my professional career in law enforcement. I came to the city of Greensboro in 2002, February of 2002. Worked within the police department for a number of years during that time, and rose through the ranks. I was able to be fortunate enough to achieve the rank of captain in a number of different roles, to include criminal investigations. Probably most significantly, that will contribute to this current role in the city manager's office, was my tenure as the executive officer to the chief of police, which also helped spearhead the new Office of Community Engagement within the police department now.
Okay, so you're primed and ready to focus specifically on public safety. What would you say is your approach to assuring adequate funds and resources when it comes to those departments?
So as I assume this new role, the thing that's primary in my mind is the forward movement in Greensboro, the economic development, a number of things that are positive and things that are happening here in this city. And my challenge, my immediate challenge is how can public safety as a whole help enhance that? How can public safety help make Greensboro a more safe place and a more inviting place? And so as that happens, as economic development happens, I want to make sure that I highlight the need for more public safety, the need for more law enforcement or police officers to make sure that things are secure, the need for more firefighters as our communicators receive calls for service, and so that we ensure that they're trained the proper way and so that we have adequate staffing.
Okay, and another area that you will oversee is the Criminal Justice Advisory Commission. Where do you see that going in terms of the evolution? It's fairly new, and the impact that it will have on our community.
Now, I have to tell you, I'm very excited about this commission. As you know, part of my law enforcement career, I worked in what's called in the police department's Professional Standards Division, or as everyone knows, Internal Affairs. And during my tenure there, I learned how significant it is for community members to be able to have an avenue to voice their concerns, or if they have complaints. This commission provides an additional oversight to our city government, so that if a citizen is not satisfied with the outcome of an investigation, they can go to that commission to ask for a review. Again, I'm excited about it because it does a number of things, not just with oversight. It helps us educate our community. I think it's a key that will allow us to bridge the gap between local government and community. There's no secret that there's been a strain between communities in our areas and the local government, and I think this can be one of the things that can help us educate and bring people together.
Okay, and GC Jack, as it's known, does oftentimes host different seminars, and they touch on some of these topics that you're talking about.
Yes, and we recently held one at Elon Law so that people could understand their basic things from their constitutional rights, why police and law enforcement have certain operations. It was open to the public. It allowed people to ask questions, and it was a tremendous time, again, to allow transparency and allow education for our community. Upcoming at the latter part of this month, there will be a segment on poverty and how police interact with our community. And so, again, things like that and this commission make me very excited about what we can do in this city.
Wonderful. Another great resource and another opportunity for the community to get engaged, as you said. Well, thank you, Trey, for taking time to stop by and share some of your insights and plans for public safety. Congratulations again, and do come back and keep us posted on your new initiatives.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you cannot attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN, and we also stream the meetings live on the city's website. Starting in July, meetings on the first Tuesday of the month will take place in one of the city's 5 council districts to allow council members to engage more residents. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month will continue to take place on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. To review the council meeting locations, schedule, and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The City of Greensboro is accepting applications for City Academy. The deadline to apply for this free program is July 1st. Celebrating its 16th year, City Academy is designed to develop civic leadership and build a stronger city through well-informed and engaged residents. City Academy participants experience a behind-the-scenes look into city government through interactive and hands-on activities while visiting various city departments. Class activities include a visit to the police firing range, Guilford Metro 911 Center, the GTA maintenance facility, and a water treatment facility, to name a few. The program also offers 2 optional elective sessions with the Greensboro Police Department. Classes are held weekly from 5:45 p.m. to 9 p.m. from September through November. Graduation is scheduled for December 3rd during the City Council meeting. City Academy is open to residents of the corporate limits of Greensboro. A total of 30 residents representing all 5 City Council districts will be selected for the Academy. To apply for City Academy, visit the city's website or call the city's Community Relations Office at 336-373-2723. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Jody. It's another action-packed weekend on the town, so let's get started. The force is strong in Greensboro. This Friday night, head over to the Carolina Theater for a 7 p.m. showing of Star Wars: A New Hope on the big screen. It's part of their limited run of the original trilogy of Star Wars. The first film in the series was released 32 years ago. If you can't make it to this screening on Friday, have no fear. The Carolina Theater will be playing the entire trilogy on Saturday and additional showings on Sunday. Don't miss this opportunity. For a complete schedule of film times, visit carolinatheater.com. Speaking of Star Wars, this Saturday marks the 5th annual Star Wars Festival happening at Hemp Hill Branch Library from 1 to 4 p.m. Bring your lightsaber and join in for crafts, games, and free giveaways. Meet costume characters and dress as your favorite Star Wars character. Show off your Jedi knowledge with trivia games. All ages are welcome. Check out greensborolibrary.org for more details. When is the last time you spent a night out under the stars? Celebrate nationally recognized Great American Campout Day on Saturday at the Downtown Campout in LeBauer Park. This event is open to all families and is a unique opportunity to roll out your sleeping bag, pop up your tent, and sleep under the stars in the safety of the downtown parks. Registration is required and includes a camping space on the lawn and a movie under the stars. Dinner is available for just $5. All proceeds support free programming and events in LeBauer Park and Center City Park. To purchase tickets, log on to greensborodowntownparks.org. Also on Saturday, the Greensboro Summer Solstice Festival will be held at the spectacular Greensboro Arboretum in Lindley Park from 2 to 10 p.m. This annual event is family-friendly and brings joy and wonderment to all ages. There will be musical performances, face painting, drums, and dancing throughout the day, beginning at 2 p.m. Celebrate the longest day of the year. For more information on the event, go to greensborosummersolstice.org. End your weekend on a high note at the free music on a Sunday evening in the park event at Lindley Park. Grab a blanket and picnic and enjoy live music performances by New Blue, a bluegrass American band at 6 p.m., and the musical stylings of the Radicals, an Americana country band at 7:15 p.m. For more information on MUSEP, go to greensboro-nc.gov/MUSEP. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Today, we place the spotlight on information technology. The first phase of installing interactive kiosks in the downtown area is set to go live in the coming months. The city has an agreement with Smart City Media allowing the installation of this new communication tool that supports public Wi-Fi, promotes local businesses, and broader communications. Compelling smart media is delivered through a public-facing network powered by interactive smart signs and a matching mobile application. Smart City Media, in partnership with Duke Energy, has developed a pathway to provide the public with multiple opportunities to engage the smart signs. The interactive kiosks installed in key locations provide a real-time mobile broadcast of customized content that will promote city news and transit information. The first deployment will include 13 kiosks located near Lewis Street, the downtown parks, the downtown Greenway, Hopper Stadium, the Depot, City Hall, and Elm Street. This program is opened and modeled after a similar initiative in Kansas City and Louisville. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the city's Adaptive and Inclusive Recreation Unit. The group will offer free spray ground sessions at Barber Park for families who have children with disabilities. The Summer Splash series will take place throughout the summer from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. on July 10th and August 7th. Space is limited and registration is required. Barber Park is located at 1500 Barber Park Drive. For more information or to register, call 336-373-2735. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. If you have an Alexa device, subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.